I'm Gabby D.
I'm Hannah.
And this is Beyond the Bonesaw.
Saw.
Ooh.
Your backyard friends, the backyard again.
I'm so putting this in. Hannah, the last time we were together recording, we were doing the Cup song.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
By that Kendrick lady?
Yeah, Pitch Perfect lady.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Please don't ever look for that video.
Yeah, get a little bit of...
Oh my gosh. I really hope you guys can hear her right now. She's
I hope
slapping
all
her
of
legs.
y'all heard that. Oh, man.
Well, now we're older. You've popped out a baby. I'm in my 30s, and we're going to discuss murder.
Dun, dun, dun.
Specifically, the murder of Pashun Jeffery. Have you heard of this case before?
No, I have not.
All right. It is an ongoing trial, so technically it's not solved, but it's on the road to get there. You know, murder cases take forever.
Yeah.
This did happen in 2023. It was actually March 29th, so next month is 3 years.
Wow.
So March 29th, 2023, 20-year-old Pashun Jeffery opened the front door of her St. Petersburg, Florida apartment as multiple guests came in to join the celebration. Pashun, who was known for being a sweet, goofy, outspoken, strong woman, had just got an apartment for her and her 2-year-old son, Taylen. She decided to host Thomas Mosley's 21st birthday party. Thomas was actually her son's dad, Taylen. They weren't together, they didn't live together, but they got along if she was being kind enough to let him, have his party at her house.
Okay. He didn't have his own house?
I don't know if he was couch hopping. Honestly, maybe because it's ongoing still, there isn't much out there about him.
Oh.
So the two didn't live together, but Pashun let him over for the night so they could celebrate as a family. Everyone hung out, they had a few drinks, chit-chatted for a bit as the night went on. At 5:15, guests began to leave.
That's pretty early.
It was a Wednesday. It wasn't a weekend. It was kind of just the middle of the week, so... Because I thought the same thing. I was like, what? But they're not turning up on a Saturday, till 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah, why didn't he just wait to have his party then?
It's the day of his birthday, so they were like, why not?
Okay.
But no one knew as the sun slowly fell down that Florida skyline that an evil darkness would claim the night. The next morning, Pashun's mom continued to call her daughter and check in, but she would never answer. Every call would just ring and ring until Pashun's voicemail took over. And she wasn't the only one growing concerned. Her great aunt also couldn't get a hold of her either, and her anxiety grew as the day went on. Eventually, her ringing calls would start going directly to voicemail. That was the exact moment her gut told her something was wrong, so she decided, I'll go to work, and then on my lunch break, if I don't hear from her, I'll just go check on Pashun at her house. She arrived at the apartment complex and knocked on Pashun's door. With no other option, she tried to open the door, but it was locked. As she turned to walk away, she noticed a small trail of blood from the front door down to the parking lot where Pashun's car was. At that point, I probably would have called the cops, but that's just me.
I think I would have looked first.
Like in the car?
Like followed the trail to see if it went, anywhere else.
Yeah, apparently went to the car and stopped, so we'll get there, though.
She didn't look in the windows or anything?
Or
it was, to the trunk?
I don't know. They weren't specific. Again, it's, ongoing, so there's probably a lot they still keep,
Yeah,
but more will come up. So, hearing what had happened, that her aunt found blood trail leading from her front door to her car, Pashun's mom called the apartment manager for a welfare check after not hearing from her daughter. The employee decided to just call Pashun's phone.
That's not a welfare check.
Yeah, it's not a welfare check, but I mean...
I would have called the police officer first.
Oh, yeah, with the blood.
Instead of, the maintenance person or something like that.
Yeah.
Knock the door down, go in.
The employee, still thinking nothing of it, decided to go to the apartment, and after he was sure no one would answer, he decided to let himself in with a key that he brought, because, they have master keys for all the units. So as he entered the apartment, an eerie calmness took over, and he saw a scene he would never forget. There was blood splattered throughout the home, accompanied by bloody footprints leading a trail through the home. Small specks of blood were all over items, counters, floors, and walls, and at this moment, his main concern was the baby and Pashun's safety. He shouted through the apartment as he came up to Pashun's bathroom door. He saw it was closed and braced himself as he pushed the door open. That's where he found Pashun, laying dead on the bathroom floor, face down. Just a warning, it's about to get a little graphic.
He did not touch that baby. He killed a baby?
We'll get there.
Oh. He needs to
We'll
go to
get there.
jail.
So, just a warning, it's going to get a little graphic, so if that's not something you can handle right now, just skip ahead a minute or two. She was face down, her shorts were pulled down past her buttocks, her blouse pulled up to her neck, and then he noticed the silver dollar-sized hole on the left side of her head between the left ear and her skull. He quickly went through the apartment looking for any sign of the toddler, Taylen. In other rooms, behind the couch, but the kid was not in the house. And it didn't take long before paramedics and police were on scene. Police took his statement, and the paramedics who were on the scene slightly before them, they stated the home was covered in small blood splatter and bloody footprints. The paramedic also stated it seemed like the footprints came out of the bathroom, like they were shuffling between a few things before going out the sliding glass door. Then he stated there was a bloody knife laying on the bathroom floor beside Pashun. You can see a lot of the aftermath via body cam, and I'll make sure to put a link in the show notes. It's available on YouTube right now. At the scene, many of Pashun and Thomas's family showed up. That's when Thomas's dad stated, so Thomas is the baby dad.
Mm-hmm.
So his dad, so little Taylen's grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
stated that his grandson should be with Pashun. He said, Taylen should be with his mom. Then Thomas, the baby dad, his brother arrived with him and pointed out that the blue car in the parking lot belonged to Pashun, and that's the one that allegedly had blood splatter from her front door directly to the car. Eventually, the police found out Thomas, the child's father, was in the hospital and severely injured.
With the baby?
As Thomas underwent extensive surgeries at St. Anthony's Hospital, the police set their minds to the main goal now, finding young Taylen. An Amber Alert went out almost immediately, and police wasted no time searching for the young boy. The police do find out that Thomas was in the hospital due to severe lacerations on both of his hands and arms. Lacerations consisted with injuries caused by slipping repeatedly during a knife fight. For the officers, eventually the search would take them to Thomas's father's house, the grandfather, and they went through a shed, and he seemed kind of upset about it. He commented, "You think he'd be crying if he was in there?" Just clearly annoyed with the police.
Mm-hmm.
The search went nowhere. There was no sign of Taylen. Eventually, the police went to question Thomas in the hospital. The police would later state a bloody fingerprint. Why can I say that? It's a big word for Elmo. A bloody fingerprint on a cleaning bottle, which had been intentionally placed under the bed, was at the crime scene. And those prints were linked to Thomas Mosley. There was also bloody shoe prints around the house with the Gucci emblem, the G. It was located on the bathroom floor where the victim was found. Thomas immediately became the main person of interest, and the police confirmed he did not speak with investigators, and he was not cooperating with authorities at all.
Because he did it.
We're going to discuss the time frame during that night. So everyone leaves at 5:15. Around 8:30, only a few hours after the family and friends left, a neighbor would hear screaming along with the tussling commotion come from the apartment. So someone heard something going on in Pashun's apartment around 8:30 that night. They heard Taylen screaming, and sadly nothing was done. Now, let's talk about Taylen Mosley. The little boy's family called him Tay-Tay and said he loved PB&J sandwiches and calling his mom when she had a break at work. They said he was constantly grabbing people's phones and just being like, hey, mom, just doing what a toddler or 2-year-old does. Eventually, the Amber Alert went out, and it read, Taylen Mosley, a black male standing at 2 feet tall, weighing 30 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes, was last seen in the area of 11,600 block of 4th Street North, St. Petersburg, Florida. Even just saying it just sounds so sad. 2 feet tall, 30 pounds. He's a baby.
Yeah.
The day after Pashun's body was found, police were still on the search for Taylen. Searchers were looking on foot, officers with hounds, drones, even dive teams were all intensely looking for anything that would give them a sign of Taylen. Eventually, they ended up at Lake Maggiore. I looked up how to say it. I looked up the pronunciation. I'm probably still messing it up, and if I am, I apologize. It was only 10 blocks away from where Thomas Mosley's mother lived, the dad. Question. When you hear Florida, what do you think of?
Murder.
No, well,
Or oranges.
any kind of animal.
Crocodiles.
Alligators.
Oh.
Close enough.
This whole alligator thing makes it kind of seem like...
So it wasn't surprising when
officers I know where you're going.
came across a few floating around the lake, but they stumbled across one that would have them left bewildered. One of the officers noticed something hanging out of the gator's mouth.
It didn't floss. Is that wrong to say?
They would get closer and closer, and then saw 2 legs hanging out, and eventually assumed the body of a child was in that gator's jaw. They immediately shot the gator to recover the body, and it was 2-year-old Taylen Mosley. They did recover the body intact.
What? Intact? The body was together still?
Mm-hmm.
So the alligator had the kid's body down his throat.
Yeah. Yeah, like its legs are hanging out and he's just... Yeah. We'll get more into that because you're probably like, well, if the gator got him, why is there no marks or anything?
Yeah.
So at the time, they wanted to talk to Thomas, obviously, the dad.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Thomas refused to talk to anyone or cooperate in any way, and it would eventually be determined that 2-year-old Taylen had died by drowning, not by gators. So that would mean whoever killed him threw him in that pond to drown, and then the gators found him. Mosley remained in the hospital until March 31st. He had his first meeting with Judge via video call, then surrounded by plenty of police, I'm sure. As soon as he was able to be taken from the hospital, police took him into custody where he'd be facing 2 first-degree murder charges. There is evidence. Again, this is ongoing trial, a murder trial at that, so they're going to keep a tight lid on things and hold things close to the chest, but we do know a couple little pieces of evidence. So they do claim there's evidence that puts Mosley at the lake and at Pashun's apartment that night.
Oh, well, yeah, it was his partay.
Yes. So as we know, around 8:30, the neighbors heard commotion. It's a 15-minute ride to the lake, where Taylen's body was dumped. And then around 8:42 that night, Pashun's phone appeared to be near the lake. So he had to have her phone with him at that lake.
Did he take her car?
No, it was by foot, I guess. Or, it doesn't say it. He could have if his car was there, he could have gotten in his car. Because there was blood by Pashun's car, and then the blood just disappears. So maybe he parked by Pashun.
Oh, okay.
Got in his car.
Yeah.
So around 8:42 that night, her phone appeared to be near the lake where little Taylen's body was later found. Arrest documents do show that, so that's just a fact. And if she's lying dead in her apartment, he probably took her phone and went to the lake with the phone and the kid.
Yeah, well, it depends on what time she died then.
Well, it seems like this happened and he didn't come back home because he checked himself into the hospital a little after 9.
Okay.
So 8:30 is the fight, 8:42 the phone pings at the lake, and then 9:03 he shows up at his mom's house, and she convinced him to go to the hospital for the severe cuts.
The mom didn't ask anything?
I have this stigma with moms and when their sons kill people. We were just talking about it in the last case.
I mean, but still, there's a part of you that's like, well, where's my grandchild?
Yeah, is everything okay? So, this is kind of what's going on right now. The state submitted a subpoena for Mosley's medical records the night of Pashun's murder. The defense filed an objection to the subpoena on April 11th. In the objection, the defense says Mosley's medical records are protected under state and federal rights to privacy and should not be given to the prosecution. HIPAA law.
Okay, but HIPAA can be violated with something like murder.
Yeah, you'd think.
Like
I don't understand how they wouldn't allow this.
I just did an assignment on that last week with the whole HIPAA thing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So that's crazy.
So, prosecutors went back and they argued Mosley's medical records related to the lacerations and to his blood work are relevant to the case. Because they're like, was he on something? Was he drunk too? What do you mean it's not relevant? And lacerations from the knife that killed her? Come on. So based on an affidavit and how we know Pashun Jeffery was killed that day, these medical records are relevant because it will give the state information in this investigation as to how severe these injuries were, how they had to be treated, what the surgery entailed, all of that information, which is highly relevant to our crimes of first-degree murder. And that was from the prosecutor, Courtney Sullivan. Because it's just, how are you going to argue that?
Yeah, that's...
And they want blood to see if he'd been drinking that day since it was his birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And toxicology records would show whether Mosley was under the influence of anything else before or at the time of the homicides. Then we go to a good old competence hearing. So they eventually found Thomas Mosley not competent to stand trial. He was sent away to a state hospital for 6 months instead. He was eventually reevaluated for a second competency hearing. This time, Pashun and Taylen's family were in the courtroom wearing shirts with pictures of them in memory. Dr. Teresa Jones, who evaluated Mosley at the facility, testified that she found Mosley competent to proceed in January. She said he told her he attempted suicide 3 times since 2019, and that the 3rd time was on his birthday in 2023, which is when Pashun and Taylen were murdered. Maybe a future excuse for the cut marks on his arms and hands.
Maybe just an excuse.
Or he killed her, killed his son, and then tried to kill himself and couldn't.
Okay, if you're suicidal, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I'm going to say it. If you're suicidal, don't take anybody else out with you. Never mind. I'm not.
The judge found Mosley competent to stand trial, and the case would move further with the state seeking the death penalty. Mosley, of course, pleaded not guilty, and it's still ongoing today. The last there was anything about the case aired like to the public was in 2024. So
Oh, wow.
again, they're probably keeping it close to the chest. And murder trials do take a while. I mean, he had a competency hearing, failed, went away 6 months, another one. Now they're trying to see if they can get his records.
If he was actually suicidal and tried 3 times prior, wouldn't he want that to be shown to prove his point? Like, wouldn't he want his medical records to be shown, to be provided, especially in this case?
They were specific on the slippage from a knife fight.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can definitely,
if the
like, splatter patterns and all that, go Dexter on this guy.
yeah, you have severe
What? Yeah,
lacerations.
what?
It's just
And-
ridiculous.
Is nobody going to talk about what, she had a gunshot?
It was a stab wound. The big
Are-
hole in her head.
Are we not going to match up prints from the knife to his hands?
I'm hoping they are doing all that because it is still
Like-
ongoing. I mean,
And if her shirt was up and her shorts were
I feel
down,
like
nobody's
I feel like
going
there's
to
a
talk
sexual
about that.
yeah, and her shirt's up to her neck, her butt's out, and
Yeah.
she's face down. It's the mother of your child.
Yeah, like,
It's so sad, and I feel like
well, yeah, I know. My goodness.
it's crazy. I really wonder what happened. I don't know. I do feel like there's a sexual assault aspect
Well-
because of how they found her body.
Oh, yes. But it
And
doesn't
they'll
even,
be
it
able to
doesn't even
show
seem like
that.
they're talking about that or even looking into that.
Yeah.
Because can't you do like a DNA test, like swab or something like that?
There's a sexual assault kit, yeah.
yeah.
And then there is his bloody Gucci shoe footprints.
Where's
So
his shoes?
you want to know what's funny too? His brother is who confirmed he was wearing the Gucci shoes at his birthday
Yeah.
party.
His brother needs to throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Tell
I
us the
mean,
truth.
I feel like a lot of his family is going to be upset that he killed that baby. So I'm hoping they'll speak up and say things.
I hope so.
So-
I mean, the mom has another son that she can just hold on to or
Well, they haven't
something,
showed the-
because my goodness, if your child killed your grandchild, that's
I mean,
what? Like, come on.
I
There's gotta
can't
be, like-
imagine like my baby killing his baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me and Ty talk about this all the time and we're like, if you had a kid who turned out like that, and I was like, I wouldn't be that mom that's like, I forgive you, you know, and they're
I think
No.
oh, man, I can learn to forgive you, but you better go turn yourself in and do the right thing. Own up to it, because excuses, they're not gonna last.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, because at that point, it's not even just about you. It's about the person you're killing, their family.
Yeah,
it's
that-
about closure.
that's 2 other people's lives
Yeah.
that you took. That's not your decision to make.
And one of them you made. Now, her family, I did find them obviously say some things about her. So I just want to talk about that for a second. They stated that they'll miss her smile and joyous laughter and her commentary on life. They said Taylen was a sweet and happy toddler and loved his mom very much. They also commented that seeing them together, you could just feel their love for each other and that it was a true blessing. Her mother, Lakita Denson, stated, "We are heartbroken that we must begin putting them both to rest. We have set up this GoFundMe, as many of you have asked about how to support us beyond the thoughts and prayers. This is the only official GoFundMe campaign, and donations are appreciated and will be used for funeral services and to support the family during this time. And a special thank you to our family, Pashun's friends, and Pashun's coworkers at CVS for reaching out during this time. During their grieving, they also took the time to check in on us, wipe our tears, and give encouraging words. To all, we still need your prayers." I'll be sure to post the official GoFundMe in the show notes. They actually are only a couple $100 away from their $50,000 goal.
Oh wow. I hope they get it. Or I
So
hope
they're
they've
very
already
close.
gotten it.
Last time I looked, it was probably like 2 weeks ago, and they were super close.
Man.
Oh, you want to see pictures? I have pictures for you.
He's guilty.
And guys, I
I'll
will
tell you right
post. I will post these pictures online. Yeah, there's something off about this man. Like, you just look into his eyes. There's something off about him. I'll post the pictures online. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at BoneSawPod.
First picture, guilty.
Yeah, he looks like he's soulless. Those
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. Second picture, guilty.
Here's Pashun and little Taylen when she graduated. Just a little
Oh my
baby.
goodness. The baby's adorable.
Here's another Taylen. He's just a little baby.
Yeah, look at his little shoes.
He got nicer shoes than me.
That's my stuff.
There's another one of him with his car seat. Isn't he just so cute?
Aw.
Just cheating. And then, I'm sorry to break your hearts one last time, but this is the Amber Alert of Taylen that went out with his photos.
Aw, that's sad.
So, now we can discuss how disgusting he is.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he has a soul
A
at all.
soul,
He's
there's
just
nothing.
Oh my goodness.
It's just like, ugh. Like, just looking at him
You can-
is like a nightmare.
There's some people you can look at and you can see that they have evil in them. And
Yeah.
you can see it in the eyes. 'Cause
Yeah.
let me tell you.
And he definitely looks like it. Like, it's just crazy. I don't know. Ugh, I don't even want to let me get out of this. I don't even want to look at the picture. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Goodness.
I can't wait to see all the evidence that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll definitely keep us all updated during the trial. If I find anything, I'll make sure to mention it in a podcast. I just, obviously, he's guilty. Allegedly. Everything's alleged, but come on now.
Not from me.
Use your brains.
Guilty. If all the evidence points to one person, the shoes, the time frames, you went to your mom with stab wounds, like, and they can tell if they're self-inflicted or not. Can't they? By, like, the angles and stuff like that.
They specifically said the slippage. So that tells me there's got to be a way. Like, the angles, probably how he cut himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and that
was he grabbing the knife and sliced up his hand, too? Because his hand
Maybe.
and arms were injured.
Yeah.
And they're in such a closed, confined space. Well, that's what I assume. I don't know what their bathroom looks like. But, I mean, I picture, like, the bathroom in the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it's an apartment complex. It's not like it's a mansion. I honestly, I don't want to say I can't wait, but I can't wait to figure out what BS excuse he has.
It seems like he's got a lot of excuses, so.
I mean, he's already, it's ridiculous. I can't wait. I hope trial hurries up. I hope he gets, see, and I'm so weird with the death sentence. It's such a, like, gray area for me. Like, I feel like certain people should get put to death, but other people should just rot in prison and let the prison system handle them.
But if he was suicidal and he's claiming that card, why would you not be like, yeah, give me the death penalty. I'll take it.
There are people who do have mental issues and are suicidal and get arrested for murder and go to prison, but when the death penalty is in their face, they get scared.
You shouldn't have done what you did then.
And honestly,
You're gonna make grown-up decisions.
I hope because he
have
killed
grown-up
a 2-year-old kid, I hope that prison system eats him alive. You don't mess with kids.
Yeah, there's some people in there. You don't mess with kids. You don't touch kids. You don't look at kids the wrong way.
Nope.
And that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are innocent. What did that little boy do to him?
A 2-year
Nothing.
And your own
He's asleep
baby.
in his bed.
And then just yeet him in a lake? Like, you just threw him in the lake and let him drown? Not a lot of people. I watched one girl who went over this case. Because this case, surprisingly, even with, like, how the kid was found is what stood out to me.
Yeah.
It's really, I don't see that much about it. It's not that popular.
And do alligators swallow their food whole?
That's quick
They
intermission.
don't they bite it?
I said, can an alligator swallow a toddler whole? Yes, which police don't ever look at my search history. Yeah, yes,
You're
a
FBI
sufficiently
agent right now.
a sufficiently large alligator is capable of swallowing a small child or toddler whole, as they do not chew their food, and instead they swallow prey whole or in large torn chunks. Well, they often use a death roll to tear larger prey into smaller pieces.
Okay, so if they swallowed it, though, it wouldn't have been in its mouth still.
They ingest prey smaller than themselves in one piece. I wonder if that kid was in there and, like...
Was still alive?
Well, they definitely threw him in and he drowned. So, and I know the dad, let's be real, he's not going to stand in an alligator-infested pond and hold him down. I think he yeeted the 2-year-old in there and he can't swim, he's 2.
See.
And he drowned and an alligator found him.
Push him in the lake.
And he probably thought the alligators will handle him.
That's a something.
I'll get you. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's so
what
grim.
night was... It was what, the 29th?
It was the 29th, March 29th.
And where did they find... Or when did they find his body?
Taylen's?
Yeah, the 31st?
I believe the 31st, 2 days later.
Because I think his mom or dad had the kid.
Oh, no, it was the day after Pashun's body was found. And I saw, like, video footage of this lake and, like, aerial footage. It's nothing crazy. It's not, like, a huge, vast lake.
It's like a regular size
like,
lake.
Yeah, I mean, what's a regular size lake?
I mean, so, like, we...
Oh, bigger than that.
Yeah,
that's like a pond.
Okay, so like a Florida lake.
Well, it is a Florida lake, so yeah.
Yeah, like a big, you know what I mean? It's like a big lake.
It's decent sized.
Like the whole body though is still intact.
They said they killed the gator and got it intact.
Then the
that was their
body
exact
had to
word.
have just gotten there. Like
either
there's
just
no
got
way.
well, they'll be able to tell by, you know, the water in his lungs and the decomp and everything with the body. They'll be able to tell how long it is. In case they're so like shut lid about it.
They're not letting anything
yeah.
out until it's over.
Whenever it's done, which I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it, it'll all come out. Maybe we can revisit it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And
you guys hear that? I'm back for episode 2.
I want to know what caused it, like what made him snap. There's so much.
maybe
And
he
why
don't,
did
like-
you kill your son? You didn't have to do that. It all just hurts my heart. It's all just
I
so
don't know.
sad. I can't wait to figure out more about the case. I'll keep you guys updated, of course. Make sure you follow along on social media. I'll also post in the show notes where you can find the body cam footage and then footage of the lake. I can't think of the YouTuber's name right now, but I'll make sure she gets her
Credit.
props. Yeah. All right. Now, I like to lighten the mood after every episode and ask a random question.
Random question.
Yeah.
I've got a joke.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for this?
Let's hear your joke.
What is lighter than green?
Blue?
Light green.
You're stupid. So good, Hannah. So good.
I thought it was good.
If you were a ghost, who would you haunt and why?
Thomas.
Okay.
From the thing.
Okay. I guess
I would get all the secrets.
You're supposed to say why, but it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Context clues, I feel. Here, we'll do
No
one
way,
more since
no
you missed the
way.
first one. It'll be a simple one. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
But it's between bread.
That's a different
It's between
kind
a
of
bun.
sandwich. It's like a sub.
Technically a bun.
It's
You don't
a
think a
sub.
sub's a sandwich? Turkey and cheese sub? That's a sandwich.
Do you say I'm going to get a sandwich and roll out with a Subway sub? Or do you say I'm going to get a sub?
All right, maybe you got me there. I was like, do I? Because I usually don't get subs from anywhere except Wawa.
Oh, a sub.
Shout out Wawa if you're on the East Coast. Sponsor us. All right. Any last words? Anything to add?
I'm coming for you, Thomas.
He-
I'm just
he-
kidding.
Thomas might be... Allegedly.
Allegedly. This is all jokes.
Shoot, he might be dead before you.
Well, we'll see.
All right. Well, Hannah, it's been wonderful having you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for joining me. And again, I'm Gabby D.
I'm Hannah.
And this is Beyond the Bone Saws.